Okay, number 2.
That's Margaret.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm slacking here.
That's okay. Want me to cover for you? I'll be happy to.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm
I
going to
don't
move
have it open.
resolution. That's fine. I'm going to move resolution 2, consenting to the appointment of Liza Viana as acting chief financial officer.
Second.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I'll discuss. This comes with advice and consent of council, but I was never advised nor consented, so I think maybe we should table this.
Unfortunately, we need to have a acting CFO. I spoke to the Department of Community Affairs, particularly as it relates to the introduction and the adoption of the budget, hoping that it is a very temporary situation as we are looking for a shared, we've published it, but we're also looking for a shared service. We think that a shared service would be optimum. But at this point, we don't have any updates. So.
Okay, so why wasn't I advised or consented about this?
I believe Anna wrote an email and told you what was going on.
I never received an email for that. I requested a special meeting about this and I was refused, and you made a ruling of lack of necessity. So, I think the CFO is a pretty critical function. So have we been interviewing people, or do we have resumes, or?
Not yet.
All right, so I'm going to pop in for a second because, so Paul, you could have called a meeting. You didn't need the mayor's.
I did. I actually wrote to you and John to call a meeting, and I never.
You could have, but here's the thing. So Paul, you could have called the meeting. The rules are that you could call the meeting and you chose not to call the meeting.
No,
So-
I asked the mayor to call the meeting, and
She doesn't need to
refused
call the
lack of
meeting.
necessity, so I asked the president and the vice president to do so, and nobody responded back. So I don't know all the rules, so either way, I was still not advised or consented of this. So why don't we table this and discuss it? Because I don't understand. Why wouldn't I be advised and consented of this?
But it's on the agenda. So you should have read the
Doesn't matter if
agenda.
it's on the agenda. There's advice and consent when you put something on the agenda, and I was not advised or consented.
So I'm just going to clarify that yes, you can. And I believe the code was sent to you by the council president. Any member of the council can call a special meeting as long as there are 4 members. It's very clearly written in the code. You asked me, I gave my response. So feel free to do that. At any point that you want to, you can get 3 other members of the council together and you can have a special meeting. Are there any other comments on that?
Until we do that, why don't we table it until we do
Yeah,
that?
I personally, as the mayor, I'm not in favor of tabling the resolution. Mr. Antonelli?
Yeah, Mayor, well, first of all, point of order here, to the extent that a motion to table an ordinance would take precedent over any other vote, Mr. Donnelly would need a second. I've not heard a second to his request, not once, but twice, to table the resolution. So to the extent that Mr. Donnelly wants to table the resolution without a second and a vote, it dies.
Okay, so
John,
there's
do
a
you want to
motion on the
second that?
table to table the resolution. Is there?
No, there is not. It has to be seconded.
I see. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Would anybody like to second that motion? John, anybody? Yeah, nice job, guys. Good job.
Okay, so
So-
roll call. I'm sorry, Margaret, did you want to make a comment as well?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I understand that this is fast, but I also understand that the immediate need for the township to have a CFO. I'm hoping that this is a very short, as Angie said, it would be a very short period of time where Liza is acting in this role. It's certainly not optimal for our township administrator to also be acting CFO. But we have a critical need right now, and therefore I support us going forward.
Okay, thank you.
I
Any
don't
other
support it.
comments? Okay, any other comments on the resolution? All right, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Donnelly,
Nope.
Mr. Foster,
Yes.
Mrs. Illis,
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to resolution number 3.